You are listening to Wyatt, a Walker Brothers novel, Seven Sons Ranch in Three Rivers Romance, Book 5, written by Liz Isaacson, narrated by Teri Clark Linden, member SAG-AFTRA.
Chapter 1. A groan hissed from Wyatt Walker's mouth as he tried to sit up. He got his legs over the side of the bed and paused, taking a long, deep breath. If he didn't stretch before he stood up, it would be a very bad day. And today was already a very bad day, so he didn't need his back acting up on him. Because today he needed to be strong for Marcy, as she was burying her father in just a few hours. His heart hurt as he stretched his right arm up and over his head, reaching toward the wall until his fingertips pressed against it. Breathing in and out, he held the stretch, finally releasing it. He repeated the motion on the other side, and then twisted side to side as much as he was able. With the pins in his spine, he didn't have great range of mobility, but he did what he could. The last surgery was nearly 5 months old, but he'd endured major back surgery, and that didn't heal overnight, despite his pleas to the Lord. "Help me today," he prayed as he got to his feet. "Help Marcy be strong." He already knew Marcy Payne was a strong woman, one of the strongest he'd ever met. But he also knew she had a soft side, and she suffered behind a mask of confidence. She'd let that down in front of him several times over the past year, and the memories from last week, when he'd found her sobbing in her father's house after he'd passed away, moved through his mind as he showered. They'd communicated a little bit since then, but she'd been surrounded by family members, and she'd had a million things to do to prepare for the funeral. Once Martin Payne had been diagnosed with colon cancer, he'd started planning everything. But having the floral arrangements chosen didn't mean they'd be ready without phone calls and follow-up. Wyatt had stayed away from Marcy's house, her father's place, and the hangar on the west side of town. If Marcy wanted him to come visit, bring food, or anything else, she'd call or text. She always had in the past. Once out of the shower, he stood in front of the mirror and shaved, keeping the edges of his beard trim and neat. He brushed his teeth and got dressed slowly, making sure all the right pieces were in the exact right place. Black slacks, white shirt, a burgundy navy and white tie knotted precisely at his collar. The navy blue colon cancer pin to show his support. He'd just pulled a pair of black, shiny church shoes from his closet when someone knocked on his bedroom door.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?